When I try to explain to people why I gave up my car, my van actually, I surrendered my van back in January. And when I try to explain to people why I surrendered my van and decided to start taking the public transportation, the city bus everywhere, it's like people don't really understand why I would do such a thing. My son, my oldest, is one of them. He just doesn't understand. Um, but for me, um, what people have to kind of understand about someone like me in my shoes, I'm a single mom. I've been a single mom for the last like almost damn near 20 years, basically. Um, with my oldest and now the little one. And I've been homeless with my oldest son twice. We lived in a homeless shelter. And then I lived in my car for about 2 years, and my oldest lived in his car with me um, for, I don't know if it was a full year, but at some point he lived with me in the car because when I actually went homeless in my car, he was at school. He was away at school. And when he came home, he didn't have a home to come to. I was living in my car. And then now here I am giving up my transportation to walk, number one, and number two, take public transportation. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Nobody understands why I would do things like this. But let me just say this. Every time I was homeless, I didn't have to be homeless. I chose to be homeless and live in a homeless shelter. I chose to live in my car. Why would I do something like that, right? It sounds crazy. But when you're in my shoes, when you're somebody like me, you don't have family support, you don't have resources, and you have children. I have children. Well, I had a child at the time, my oldest, that I was taking care of full time with no help. We don't respect women who, we don't respect the fact that women and mothers like need breaks. Like, we need time to think. We need time to, put things together, as a mom, you're expected to just go, fucking go. It never stops. It never fucking stops. But I needed breaks. I needed time to think. I needed time to figure out my life. Like, so many things happened. And it's like I was just expected, like, especially when I decided to move into homeless shelters the 2 times that I did, like, I was just expected to just keep going and not deal with the traumas that I just went through, not deal with, the different things going on in my life at the time. Like, I was just expected to just keep going, and I couldn't keep going. I needed to stop. So my bouts of homelessness were resting periods, basically. That's what they were. They were resting periods, and I needed those. And we weren't homeless because I didn't pay the bills, or it wasn't like that. It was literally, I just was going through tragedies, and I was going through life events that I couldn't process and work and be a mom. I just couldn't do it. When I decided to give up my townhouse and move into my car, my son had left for school. He left to go to Job Corps. This was something I was making him do because he was struggling at his Catholic school. And I decided that, okay, you're going to go to Job Corps because, it just, you have to. Like, I have to do something because obviously this isn't working for you, right? But once my son left, I kind of freaked out. I kind of panicked. He left at 16. He had just turned 16. And up to that point, up to 16, I was a mom. I had my son all the time. And for the first time in 16 years, I didn't have my child. I didn't know what to do in that big ass 3-bedroom townhouse without my son. I didn't know what to do. I just felt that I had an opportunity to take time for Chrissy, and that's what I did. And it didn't turn out so good for my son, which maybe I can talk about that another time. I don't really like to talk about, I don't really like to speak for him too much because he is grown and that was his experience. But for me, that was such a much needed fucking experience. I needed it and I don't regret it. And then now with the baby, giving up my van, taking the bus, this is just another one of those resting periods for me where I have a time out. So when I had my van, I had the car payment, I had the car insurance, I had to do the oil changes every couple of months, I had the car maintenance. Like I was pouring, like money was just going out for that car. So it kept me in this loop of having to make money to make my car payment, to pay the car insurance, the different maintenances on the car. But being that I don't have the car, there's no real financial stresses on me. I have other small bills, really just my cell phone bill and my electric bill that I've talked about before, and I wasn't paying that bill. So anyway, that's on my channel somewhere else. So I don't really have any bills, like I don't have any, the financial stress is just really has been lifted, and I needed that as far as like a resting period for myself, to just be a mom, to deal with the traumas of having another baby 18 years later, and raising this baby all by myself. Like, I don't think people realize how traumatizing that actually is. Like, that is trauma. Like, I am literally experiencing trauma from this experience, and I'm still trying to be a mom, and a good mom, and a loving mom, and a present mom. And I didn't really have the ability to just work. Like, I needed to rest. I need to figure my life out. So taking the bus is $49 for a bus ticket. I get unlimited rides for 31 days. It just took the stress off. It took off so much stress to do that. And that's why I did it. That's why all these years I've been going homeless, and now that's why I have to let go. That's why I have let go of my apartments and my houses and now my car, and that's why I lived in my car, because I don't have any help. I don't have anywhere to turn to. I don't have anybody. So I've just utilized different resources throughout the years to remain sane, to get some help, or to take a small little break, or like to reset myself. Like, that's what those things were. They were just resets. So that's why I did that. And sometimes you don't have to understand why a person does something, but you just have to respect it. How you doing?
I'm good. How's everything?
Good.
It's freezing out here still.
It is. I'm on my way in there.
Alright.
All right. But yeah, it's just all about respecting it. And it's really fucking sad, to be honest. It's really sad that I don't have any family resources, and I just don't have anywhere to turn to. But even though that is sad, I'm really, really thankful, because I probably would have gone insane, or I'd be some kind of strung out drug addict or alcoholic if I didn't have at least those resources to turn to. Like, everybody needs somebody, everybody needs something. So I'm really thankful. I'm a single mom in America, and I'm utilizing the resources that are available to me to survive. And only people who understand. I don't have anybody, so I have to utilize the resources that I have. I could do another video on my homelessness and living in the car, if anyone is interested in that, because that was one hell of a ride too. So you can let me know in the comments. But yes, when people ask me, why would you give up your van? I need a reset. And here, I'm about to go into this plasma bank because I'm still trying to ante up money for this PP&L bill. See y'all next time.